Welcome to All My Phones video. In this video, we're going to take a look at all the phones that I currently have. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here from Everything Tech, helping to master your technology, and welcome to All My Phones video. Now I'm playing some jams here on the Galaxy S7. So let me go ahead and turn those jams off right now. That's Break You In, Vibe Tracks. Let's go ahead and turn that off here. And let's take a look at all of my smartphones. Now, I did include the iPhones in this video as well, but we're not going to cover the iPhones too much because I have a mega collection iPhone video that you can check out now on the channel. But let's get started here with my dumb phones. So I do have this ZTE flip phone. I don't even know the name of this thing, honestly. This is the let's see what the name of this baby is. The Z220. So this is a ZTE flip phone. The battery's not even in it. So I don't really use this anymore. I found it on Black Friday for $9. That's not important here. I also have a Nokia dumb phone, you could call it right here. This is a little durable, simple phone for when I go ahead and I need something like this. I don't want to be bothered. Pop the SIM card in there. I'm not even sure the name of this one, so let me see if I can find the model number. BL5CB. I don't think that's the name of the phone though. Let's see if I could find it. Microsoft Mobile. What? Oh yeah, because Microsoft bought out Nokia, that's why. But I don't even know the name of this guy right here, honestly. Let's see if I can find it. Model type RM963. Who cares? Probably nobody's gonna buy this one right here, but it's pretty cool. It has a flashlight right there for all of you who, have flashlights on your smartphone and think us dumb phone users don't have flashlights. We have one right there. Over here is a ZTE BlackBerry knockoff phone right here that I got from AT&T for $29. I know, I love phones. Don't you love phones? So I just pick up whatever I see. And then over here, iPhone 4S. We talked about this one yesterday on my mega collection iPhone video. So old school iPhone 4S, and it still works pretty well. It's just very slow, but it still works. So let's talk a little bit more about my Android phones now, since we talked about iPhone yesterday. So here is the blue Vivo Air LTE. This is the thinnest smartphone I've ever seen in my life. It's incredibly thin, and yes, it's thinner than iPhones and all that, Samsung stuff too. This is the thinnest phone I've ever seen. It's like 5.9 millimeters. Somebody might say Oppo has a similar looking phone or something like that. Let me know down below. But blue Vivo Air kind of looks like a pixel up there by the camera. So pretty nice stuff here. It wasn't the fastest one in the world, but it was under 160 bucks, and it's super thin. It has a glass and metal body, so not a bad Android phone right here. Over here, I do have the ZTE Zmax 2. This phone brought me a lot of people to the channel, and a lot of people discovered this channel because of the ZTE Zmax 2. So shout out to all of you ZTE Zmax 2 users who are still around here. Great phone right here, 2 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 400 CPU, 5.5 inch display, 8 megapixel camera. This was actually the phone I was using before I was able to buy all of these, more premium devices up here. So ZTE Zmax 2 holds a special place in my heart. So over here is a Samsung Galaxy Note 5. We've seen this plenty of times on the channel. So G Note 5 right there. This is actually my current Android phone that I use right there. So Galaxy Note 5, 5.7 inch Super AMOLED display here, S Pen functionality here. You do have that, you can write memos right there on the screen. You do have that fingerprint scanner by Samsung, very quick there. NFC compatibility, as well as a 16 megapixel camera with a heart rate monitor and a glass build. This is basically my favorite phone on the table here. I think it's the best design, and also it's just got the best screen here on the table. Here is the Huawei Ascend XT. I've been thinking about giving away the Huawei Ascend XT because there was not a lot of interest on this phone, and I don't really use it that much anymore. Let me know if you guys want to, have a giveaway on this one, because seriously, I don't use this one anymore, and I don't see a lot of people too interested in it, and I think it could be better served in someone else's hands. A 6-inch display here, Android, 16 gigabytes of storage, although there's not that much storage available to the user. The camera is not that amazing on this phone, but hey, it's got a 6-inch display, it's a decent camera, and it works pretty well, 615 processor, and 2 gigs of RAM, 6-inch Android Marshmallow. So a pretty solid pretty solid device here in the Huawei Ascend XT, and it looks kind of like the Mate series of phones. So pretty decent phone there in the Huawei Ascend XT. Over here is my LG G4, and this was actually the first flagship Android that I bought last year. This was like right after the G5 came out, so the G5 just came out when I picked up the LG G4. So the LG G4 was still pretty relevant, and to this day it still has an amazing camera on the rear. It doesn't have the best battery life, and people say, well, you know what, it's got a, it's got that boot loop issue, and I didn't have that boot loop issue ever with the G4. I did have a camera issue, but LG replaced the motherboard and everything, so everything is fine here. If you do get a G4 and you have an issue, just send it out to LG, they'll fix it up for you. Over here is the Galaxy S4, which actually cracked in my drawer, so you can see this little crack on the screen. And I'm thinking about doing an updated review on the Galaxy S4, should you buy it here in 2017, like 3 years later, because some people still look for these, older yesteryear flagships and are wondering if they're still worth it. GS4 plastic build. Man, did Samsung come a long way in terms of their quality. Over here, I just reviewed this one yesterday. This is the Grand X3 from Cricket. This is a 5.5 inch display here, and it is, it's pretty strong overall. It's got, a solid build. It's got a solid build here. It's got a sandstone back here, an 8 megapixel camera there. Volume buttons are pretty sturdy and everything. And it's got an infinity edge-to-edge display, so it curves in the hand and fits nicely in the hand here for the Grand X3. Also, you get these buttons that light up at the bottom there. So that's not a bad phone there either. So I picked that one up for those of you out there looking for a budget device. I think this is a great choice if you're on a budget and you're looking for a phone that can be unlocked and has a 5.5 inch HD display. And over here, iPhone SE, a little small beast boy. I know a lot of people love this little bad boy right here, the iPhone SE, a little fast phone. So if you like small phones, this is a beast right here. iPhone SE, we're not going to talk too much about that. Talked more about iPhones in my last one. Over here is the Samsung Galaxy S7, and actually my current smartphone, right, that I'm using right now. I was using the Note 5, but I'm going back to the S7 for a little bit because of the size. My hand's been starting to hurt using those phablets a little bit here. But you can see Galaxy S7 right there. It's in a case right now, but that doesn't matter. AT&T edition, so this is the Snapdragon edition. I don't have any issues with the performance. It's not as fast as an iPhone, but I really love the AMOLED display, so I really do love the Galaxy S7 here, and this is one of my latest devices. Going up to the top row now, we're going to talk about the iPhone 5. iPhone 5, actually this phone's still available for sale, refurbished and things like that. You can get this one for like 90 bucks now. I recommend you don't get it. It doesn't run that well anymore, unless of course it's running like iOS 6, but why would you want to run an old software? It just doesn't make sense in my opinion. That's just my take on it though. But iPhone 5 right there. iPhone 6s Plus. A lot of people say, why don't you have the small 6s? Because I have big hands. Why would I want the small 6s? You see right there? And I actually don't like the way the iPhone 6 feels because I think it's too slippery and thin. So I'm sure that the 6 feels the same way. Whereas the 6s Plus is a little bit thicker. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more for you to wrap your hands around here. So I do love the 6s Plus. And this was my current or my previous flagship iPhone, but it's still a great phone and I'd still use it from time to time, but not too much anymore. But I do have it around for videos. Over here is a budget Xiaomi Redmi Pro. Gearbest.com sent this one out, so shout out to Gearbest.com. Go check them out if you haven't already. But this is an incredible smartphone right here for the price point. I mean, this feels as premium as those iPhone 6s Pluses do. It really does feel that good. USB-C right here, dual speakers. Well, not dual speakers, but it has a nice design on the bottom. Kind of looks like dual speakers here. So Xiaomi Redmi Pro dual camera setup. One is for selective focus. One is a 13 megapixel camera here. And gold all the way around. Fingerprint scanner about as fast as a 7 Plus. So not bad there. iPhone 7 Plus. So I do have it in a jet black case, but this is my iPhone 7 Plus, jet black. Kind of like the Xiaomi right down there with the two, speaker grills on both sides. The latest and greatest from Apple right there. Great phone right here. I love the camera, super fast. Probably the fastest phone that I own right now. This and the SE are probably the two fastest. So I'm gonna put that right there. my old Microsoft boys. And I might do a video on Microsoft if they're dead, because, you know, a lot of people say they're already dead, but there's over 3 million users in the US still using Microsoft's platform. So they're not quite dead yet. And I haven't done a what's on my Windows phone in a while because the interest has been pretty low. But for those of you watching the channel, like, hey man, I got a Windows phone, I'm looking forward to seeing more Windows content. Let me know if you want to see that. I can make some of those videos happen quite possibly. So Windows Lumia 640, this was the last Windows phone I purchased. I was going to purchase a couple more like the 950, but I don't see any use in purchasing those. I mean, there's just not that much, you know, interest in the Windows anymore. Let's go over here. Nokia Lumia 925, great Carl Zeiss lens there, and this has a Super AMOLED display Windows phone. It was a very small phone right here, like a 4.5 inch display. Some might say that's the perfect spot. Had a metal build there on the Lumia 640. Charging port at the top, and I actually like that because when you're laying in bed and you got the charging port going right here, it just was pretty cool. Over here is the LG Optimus G Pro, and I did put CyanogenMod on here, so this actually is rooted and hacked. You can see right there, that's not LG software there, that's Android Lollipop on there. So I did hack this one. I did like this one because it had the, you know, the light up home button. You can see it lights up down there. It was just lighting up because it's on low battery right now, but you've seen it did it right there. But I love this phone. At the time, the LG Optimus G Pro, even though it had a plastic build, it had a 1080p display LCD. This was like the 6S Plus before it even came out, or the 6 Plus. It already had the same specs like a 6 Plus before it even came out. It had a 1080p display, had a great 13 megapixel camera on the rear, flash, and it was just speedy. So this was always a great phone. It just doesn't work anymore. My Wi-Fi chip is broken in it, so I don't use the G Pro anymore. This was actually from 2013, I believe, around the same time as the S4. So over here is the rest of my iPhones, the 3GS, the broken 5S, the 6 right over here, and the 5S over here. So probably the most favorited phone on this channel, the 5S. But you can see these are all my phones, guys, and I don't make this video to show off to you guys. I make this video because I want you guys to see the progress we have made on the channel. These are our phones because, you know, these phones specifically are used for, you know, content purposes and testing purposes. I really only use like the 7 Plus and the Galaxy S7 right now as my main phones. The rest of these are just tools for making videos. So a lot of people say, give one away. If I give one away, how am I gonna make videos for you guys? If for giveaways, when we get to a point when I can give away like 10 freaking phones, that's when I'm gonna do a giveaway. I don't wanna do a giveaway when it's only one winner. I want multiple people to have a chance to win because I think it's only fair that a lot of you have a chance to win. But right now, these are the tools for the channel, so these aren't gonna be given away. Actually, this one might be though. The Huawei Ascend XP might be given away. So if you guys are interested in this phone, I gotta hear what you got to say down below. But anyway, that's pretty much all of my phones. Let me know if you want to see any videos on all of these guys. And yeah, you guys might be saying, well, Nick, how did you get all of these phones? You must be rich or something. Actually, I am rich because that's how I feel internally. But you can see that these phones are phones that I built up over time. So, you know, I don't buy these all on the same day. I mean, this is like over thousands of dollars worth of phones here on the table. So, you know, over time, when I get some money here, some money there, when you manifest some money here, some money there, you just pick up one for yourself and you use it and test it out, review it. And yeah, you eventually, you have this big old collection. It's like when you get shoes, you know, you buy shoes, you love shoes. Next thing you know, you got like 6 pairs of shoes. Same with clothes, you know, same with anything like that. Whatever you like to, you know, have in your life. I've noticed that, you know, whatever you love in your life tends to show up. I love smartphones and I'm very grateful for all of your guys' support and being able to work with these phones each and every day. They're just amazing and I love playing with them and I love showing you guys about them and testing them. So yeah, just focus on whatever, you know, the things that you really love in your life and be grateful for what you have and keep going forward and you will manifest these things. So yeah, that was Nick here helping to master your technology. Well, this one not really master, this one's showing you my technology, but have a great day wherever you are. I will catch you all in the next episode. Don't forget to leave me some suggestions on anything you want to see on these phones, and have a great day wherever you are. Be sure to be well, and peace.